Nausea, diarrhea, pooing myself, reflux, stomach cramps, dizziness, fatigue, low blood pressure, and fainting. These symptoms started when I was in high school. I was 29 when I was properly diagnosed. Time and time again, I went to the doctors and I was brushed off. It's all in your head. You have a health anxiety, or it's IBS. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to keep going. They did one test to see if I had celiac disease. That came back negative, so there's nothing wrong with me. Here's some medication for anti-sickness, anti-nausea, anti-diarrhea, antacids. Be on your way. Over 10 years later, and after moving to a completely different country, I paid for testing. I had major food intolerances. And the solution wasn't medication to deal with the symptoms. It was to cut out those foods that I am intolerant to. That's all it took. Within 48 hours of removing those foods, I was a completely different person. My worst food intolerances were wheat, dairy, and rapeseed oil. I have a whole list of other food intolerances, but they, I think, were my main ones causing me the most issues. Why did the doctors just brush me off year after year? Like over 10 years it took to get a proper diagnosis. I suffered so much, so sick, every day, to the point where I just had to suck it up and go to work even though I was sick, because I had no excuse not to be at work. The doctors said I was fine. I hated that. You're fine, there's nothing wrong. You've got a bit of a health anxiety. Like, it's all in your head. No, it's all in the toilet. So what I wished was different about the healthcare system, and what I hope to raise awareness of are food intolerances. It's different to a food allergy. Food allergies affect the immune system, and they're the ones that you need an EpiPen for. So, for example, a peanut allergy, where if you have peanuts, like, you could die. The difference with an intolerance is that your gut can't cope with it. It can't digest it properly, and it makes you so sick. I would love for the healthcare system to really promote food intolerances, what it looks like, when to see a doctor. And I want the doctors to understand that too. If someone's coming to you year after year and you see it on their patient record, their health record, that they're constantly coming in with sickness and diarrhea and stomach complaints, there's clearly something wrong. Just because you test for something and it comes back negative, it doesn't mean there's nothing wrong. Food intolerances. Learn the difference between a food allergy and a food intolerance. So many people have food intolerances and they go undiagnosed or misdiagnosed for years. I want to see more people, more doctors, understand and be able to recognize food intolerances and be able to test for them, even if they don't do the tests themselves and they just recommend the companies that do tests for them. What a difference it's made in my life. I went from being so sick every single day, not being able to eat much, losing weight, fainting, not having the energy to do anything, not enjoying life because I couldn't enjoy anything, to now, like, I have none of those issues now. So my advice to anybody who is experiencing things like constant bloating, stomach aches, stomach cramps, nausea, reflux, vomiting, diarrhea, and it doesn't seem to be an illness, like it doesn't feel like a sickness bug or food poisoning, I'd recommend get tested for food intolerances. Look for a website. This is the website that I used, but there are many out there, many companies, where you cut off a piece of your hair, send it into the lab, and they will test it against thousands of different foods. What a game changer. That's all it took. That's all it took.